Hi, I'm Will Fendon for Live, Love Lake Oswego. For almost 20 years, I've been a top local realtor in Lake Oswego. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate here, I'd love to talk to you. We also love hearing from all of you who've reached out with questions about the local real estate market. So if you'd ever like to have an exploratory conversation with me, I'm easy to find. Please get in touch. We'll go ahead and flash my number on the screen right now. You can call or text me there anytime. Okay, we've got something really special for you today. It's a tour of the north side of Lake Oswego. Now, the town of Lake Oswego is built around a beautiful lake called Lake Oswego, and the north side of the lake is widely considered to be one of the most prestigious and desirable addresses anywhere in town, if not the entire state of Oregon. Now, in selling real estate here for many years, I began noticing that many of our clients often commented on how difficult it is to see the lake. In fact, a lot of people that we know that have lived here for many years have never seen the entire lake because it's difficult. There's limited access. There's no one street that just traces the shoreline perfectly all the way around. So in this video, we're going to take you on a tour from end to end, and we're going to show you the north side of the lake from the water side and also from the street side so that you can really get a feeling for what the lifestyle is like. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm joined now on a very blustery day by my wife, Jane. Hello, honey.
Hi, Will. It is windy.
We're standing here on North Shore Road. This is the bridge that divides Half Moon Bay, which you can see behind us here, from Lakewood Bay. Now, when you stand in downtown Lake Oswego in Millennium Plaza Park and you look out from the viewpoint over Lakewood Bay, a lot of people think that they're seeing all of Lake Oswego.
But since there's limited access to Lake Oswego, you really can't see the entire lake from any one particular point.
That's right. So it's really important to understand when you're talking about the lake that Lake Oswego is actually made up of a series of waterways, bays, and canals moving east to west from Lakewood Bay. It's Lakewood Bay and then Half Moon Bay, which opens out into the main lake. And then at the other end of the lake, you've got another beautiful bay called West Bay. And then there are a series of canals, the Keelot Canal, and then the Blue Heron Canal.
When you've lived in Lake Oswego for many years, people tend to talk about the main lake as the north side of the lake or the south side of the lake. For this video, we're going to cover the main lake and the north side of the lake.
And specifically, we're talking about the homes that begin at North Shore Circle, not far from where we're standing here, the homes that face the main lake from there, all the way down the lake shore to the bridge on South Shore Boulevard that you pass under to go into West Bay. Okay, as we start to make our way around the north side of the lake, we've jumped to the three-way intersection here of North Shore Road and Berwick Road.
North Shore Road is one of the most popular roads for biking and for cyclists and also walkers. I love walking and biking on North Shore Road. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and the homes that you see behind us here in the background, these are some of the most prestigious waterfront luxury homes anywhere in Lake Oswego.
Many of our clients here love this because they get the southern exposure, and that means they get sun most of the day. It's really amazing.
And when you live here, you know, you'll often hear people refer to homes on this side of the lake, particularly this end of North Shore Road where we're closer to downtown Lake Oswego, as low bank homes. And what that means is the topography is lower here, and so the homes, if they're not right on the water, they have very few steps to get down to the water. So it just makes for a great lifestyle when you don't have, you know, really steep staircases or even funicular trams to get down to the water's edge.
Yeah, and many of these homes have custom boathouses and amazing outdoor living spaces. Just beautiful.
Some of them also have really large oversized lots. I mean, in some cases, up to an acre or even an acre plus. And I just can't say enough about the quality of the lifestyle here because North Shore dead ends ultimately. And so there's really very little traffic. The only traffic that you see here is just neighborhood traffic. So that contributes to, you know, that feeling of seclusion. It feels private, it feels secluded. And
overall, it's just a really wonderful part of Lake Oswego to live in. If you'd like to receive a list of all of the homes that are currently listed for sale on the lake, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call or text me at the number on screen. There's also additional ways to contact us in the description to this video down below. These are some of the most exclusive waterfront homes in Lake Oswego. Sometimes they're listed publicly. That means you can find them on sites like Zillow or Redfin or many others. But in other cases, we know of homes that are available off market. So if you're interested in knowing what the inventory is of available homes at any time, just reach out to me. We'd love to talk to you.
I'm standing in front of the Forest Hills Easement right here on North Shore Road, and it is one of the nicest easements on Lake Oswego. They just went through a multi-million-dollar renovation. It's beautiful. If you want to find out more about boat easements, we covered every single easement on the lake. So check it out. It's right on our channel.
We've made our way all the way to the end of North Shore Road to where it dead ends into a very short neighborhood street called Diamond Head Road, which brings you here.
And you wouldn't believe it, you wouldn't guess, but all these homes in back of us are all lakefront homes.
All of them are located on what's called Diamond Head Point. And the important thing to understand is how much the topography of the lakeshore has changed by the time you get here. Like going back to where we started this video on the bridge on North Shore Road to here, there's been a dramatic increase in elevation. Check out these homes on the point. They have spectacular views out across Lake Oswego and the surrounding territory. Okay, continuing our tour of the north side of Lake Oswego, we've left North Shore Road and Diamond Head Point, and we've passed some significant landmarks like Jantzen Island, which is rumored to have the most expensive private residence anywhere in Lake Oswego located on it. And just past there, one of my favorite boat easements is the Uplands easement. I love that one because of the way it's tucked in. It kind of feels like Pirates of the Caribbean type setting. And then around the corner from there, there's another bay that locals refer to as the Party Cove. Now, this is like party central in the summertime. Everybody likes to go there and drop anchor and hang out. It always feels like a party there. And just beyond there, there's another boat easement, which we're standing right above, called Village on the Lake. And that's a great one too. Now, where we're standing here, this is actually called Lakeview Summit.
And Lakeview Summit, because of the topography, is pretty steep. It's pretty high up here. So some of these homes have access to the lake, but many of the homes, they're gonna have access through their easements to the lake.
Yeah, and they don't all have boat easements, but many of them do. The ones that do have lake access, it's often through very steep staircases, or even in some cases funicular trams to get down to the water, where you'll often see beautiful boathouses and even decks, you know, and like an outdoor living area that's been created, so you can be right down on the water, which is really cool.
This is a neighborhood street in the Lakeview Summit area called View Lake Court. Look at the huge views these homes get over Lake Oswego.
If you want to explore the Lakeview Summit area further, it can be a little confusing because of the way the streets kind of wend around up here. But one way to access this area is you can take Iron Mountain Boulevard to Summit Drive and then make your way into the neighborhood and look for streets like Bayview Lane or Village Drive or Twin Points Road, among others. Twin Points Road, as a matter of fact, has a couple of the most prestigious homes on the lake. It's a private road, but take a look at these. They're spectacular. Okay, we've made our way down from the top of Lakeview Summit, following Summit Drive, to where it T-bones into Lakeview Boulevard, just beyond where I'm standing here on this bridge. Now, the important thing to understand as we continue our tour of the north side of the lake is the way the topography continues to change. That's been a big theme of this entire video, topography, because the lakeshore changes continually. And you can see with these homes behind us, they're lower bank homes now. They're closer to the water, and that will continue to be true as we move on to show you the homes on another one of the most important streets on the north side of the lake in Lake Oswego, which is Lakeview Boulevard. Let's jump to that now so you can check it out. I'm standing on Lakeview Boulevard here. Lakeview is considered one of the more prestigious streets anywhere in Lake Oswego, as is North Shore Road. Now, in comparison to some of the homes that we showed you earlier in the video on North Shore, the homes along Lakeview here aren't quite as private, they're not quite as secluded, they tend to be on smaller lots that are a little more uniform in shape, but most of these are lower bank homes, so that means the waterfront side of these homes is spectacular. Some of them even have pools, but because they're lower to the water, they also have great boat houses and outdoor living areas, you know, with great spaces for launching stand-up paddle boards and kayaks and things like that. No two of them are exactly alike. All of these homes are custom, they're architecturally significant, and they all get great sun exposure because they still have that southern exposure that we talked about earlier in the video. So Lakeview Boulevard is just a fantastic part of Lake Oswego to live in.
Here's another angle on some Lakeview Boulevard homes. You can see what I was talking about. The lot sizes are a little more uniform in shape, perhaps a bit smaller than some of the other homes on North Shore Road that you saw earlier in this video, but they're magnificent. Right next door, there's a custom home under construction on a huge lot. I'm sure it's going to be a stunner when it's done. Not far away, here's another example of a new luxury home that's currently under construction. Now, this one's being built on spec. That means it's for sale. I'm sure it's going to be amazing when it's finished. And look at that view back down the north side of the lake. Love it.
And now we're at the Lake Grove Swim Park. This is one of the absolute jewels of Lake Oswego. Brings back great memories. Our kids started swim lessons here when they were 4. They learned to swim in the lake. We had countless hours of picnics, birthday parties, playing on the play equipment, lots of fun gatherings. And the 4th of July even had the barge out in the lake here, and a bunch of people would watch the fireworks from here. We just made countless family memories in this wonderful park.
Okay, our tour of the north side of Lake Oswego ends with the last piece of Shoreline and the homes that you find between the Lake Grove Swim Park and the bridge on South Shore Boulevard, where we're standing here, that you pass under to go into West Bay.
And like you had mentioned earlier, Will, the homes in back of us are all on low banks. That means these homes sit right on the water. Many of these homes have views all the way down the lake. They have magnificent views.
Yeah, that combination of the low bank setting and the monster views looking down the lake, and also, in some cases, oversized lots, certainly in comparison to many of the lots that you find on Lakeview Boulevard. That explains why there's been a lot of construction right along here in the recent past. One of the builders that we've worked with periodically for almost 20 years, a luxury home builder called Renaissance Homes, they recently built a spec home just a stone's throw away from here that sold for $10.5 million. That's a big price tag in Lake Oswego. It set a new bar for spec home sales in town, and it's a spectacular home.
Not long after Renaissance sold that spec home for $10.5 million, the home literally right next door, which was a resale home, also sold for $10.5 million. Waterfront homes like this epitomize why the lakefront lifestyle in Lake Oswego is so desirable. It's an incredible place to live. Thanks for watching Live, Love Lake Oswego, the first real estate channel solely dedicated to all things Lake Oswego. If you'd ever like to have an exploratory conversation about buying or selling real estate here, please feel free to call or text me directly at the number on screen. Or if you'd just like to see more content about this amazing place that we call home, please consider subscribing.